Good afternoon, YouTube. Joel here from the CryptoByte team, and today I'm here to talk to you guys about Navcoin. And at its current price, it's $1.91, and as of recent, we've seen a decrease in price of about 3.25%, so that's really nothing. So all Navcoin holders, this cryptocurrency in itself actually is barely moving. In fact, even with a circulating supply of 62 million, we could kind of assume that this price would be worth like more than $10, because usually when it's double digits in the millions for the total supply. I'm assuming this is the total supply. I'm not too sure if they're gonna have more or even burn some, but usually the price in terms of that kind of supply would be around the 50s to even $100 if it is popular. And I am assuming the Navcoin is popular. It is ranked 120 on CoinMarketCap, as we can see here, but I mean, it isn't in the top 100, but it usually is quite popular, especially if it reaches that 100 to 200 mark. And so, at its current price, we can assume that Navcoin is quite undervalued. And if you have done your research about Navcoin, this coin has been around for quite a long time. In fact, it's been around just as long as Bitcoin has, and it's been addressing the issues that Bitcoin has in itself, but it never really became as popular. But that's alright, let's go look into Navcoin, and there's always time for this cryptocurrency to moon alongside Bitcoin as well. So looking into it, Navcoin is quite cheap and undervalued in present, and at its current price, this is pretty much bouncing around at that $1.50 to a $2.10 mark, with barely any trade volume, with just not a large amount of trade volume happening right now. So it's just chilling at around this price. And if we look at the main website, this is the Navcoin website, and it basically tells us all about the cryptocurrencies and also gives us those download links to the wallet so you can hold your cryptocurrency and some cold storage, or online hardware storage, I should say. So what is Navcoin? Navcoin is a decentralized cryptocurrency that builds on the latest version of Bitcoin with added features and functionality. So it's basically like Bitcoin but with extras. And it says Navcoin was created to make online payments easy to do at low cost, all the while making sure that your privacy is protected. So it's aiming to be similar to Bitcoin, probably not as an intangible kind of commodity, but it is aiming to be like one of those cryptocurrency payment solutions online, similar to like Ripple and Stellar, but it has a focus on privacy, and also it's like a blockchain, so it's its own cryptocurrency in itself. And on top of a solid foundation, Navcoin supports SegWit functionality and easy-to-use wallets, which are packed with advanced privacy features. So with SegWit functionality, it means it's got low fees, fast transaction times, similar to Bitcoin, and it also has some pretty solid wallet APIs, which means they're very easy to use, and there's a lot of advanced privacy features, which is cool. And we do know that now Navcoin is pretty much a privacy focused cryptocurrency. So it's basically like Bitcoin but with like a large focus on privacy. So that's pretty cool. And using Navtech's dual blockchain technology, you'll get the option to choose private transactions that protect your data and identity while making purchases online. So Navtech basically has a dual binary blockchain, which would be better off described as a subchain, pretty much, which is like a side chain that the Nav cryptocurrency uses, which you pretty much, if you want to make your purchase private, it works with that blockchain, the subchain, and it makes your your purchase private, which is pretty cool. So the privacy, the transaction will go through the other blockchain, the subchain. It gets encrypted and then kind of goes back, and then it's processed as an encrypted piece of like data, if that makes sense. So it's basically more private in a sense that it is encrypted. And it says here that there's faster transaction times where there's no need to wait 10 minutes. You send Nav anywhere on the planet instantly and have it confirmed and spendable within 30 seconds. So that's pretty good. And you earn money while you sleep, so it has a proof of stake protocol where you earn up to 5% reward simply by having your wallet in staking mode. So it is a proof of stake consensus protocol, so that means basically you run a node, which is your wallet in most cases, and you hold coins there. And then if you have the staking running, you will earn like basically dividends based on how much you are holding. So you get rewards based on how much NAV coins you have, and you can get up to 5%. So that's pretty cool. And there's optional private payments where the dual binary blockchain, so the dual blockchain comes in, and it sends encrypted private transactions through the open source Navtech private payment platform, which is the subchain that we were talking about. And we've got the pretty solid, easy to use wallet that Nav provides, which is cool. So it's got some solid API there. And we've got the roadmap here, which I've actually got open over here. And it talks about valence, which I'll describe in just a moment, which talks about basically a decentralized application platform for Nav. So they have basically similar to Ethereum and a lot of other cryptocurrencies out there. Not only will it act as a cryptocurrency for online payment solutions, it'll also have that platform where you can run decentralized applications on a blockchain. So there's apps available that which will be available soon. It's still developing, but there'll be a lot of new things available on this platform. So that's really cool. And we have a lot of new upcoming projects as well, as stated from the roadmap, like the Veil nodes, which are basically nodes that act on the network. We've got the encrypted communication protocol, which means more privacy with communication. We've got the App Store and console. This will most likely run on the Valence platform, which is the decentralized applications. Some crowdfunding platforms, which means you can fund maybe the development of applications and a lot of other things. And we've also got a roadmap update, which isn't anything to worry about. And we've got some stuff that's in progress, which is pretty cool. We just got some plans in the Valence prototype, which is at 10% right now. So it's developing now, but we're going to see it in future. And out of the Navcoin network, which is your basic blockchain for the payment solutions, which are private and non-private, we've got the Lightning network, which is for fast transactions. Navchain, which works with the Lightning network, which is pretty cool. It's just basically for instant exchanges between Nav and other currencies, so that's pretty cool. We've got Nav Delta, which is a payment gateway powered by Valence, which should be, yeah, it's upcoming, so we have to wait for Valence to come out. And we have cold staking, which means you can stake your coins in cold storage, which means when your cryptocurrency is offline on like a USB or something else like that, it's cold storage, and it basically means no one can really take it from you without taking the hardware. And they're basically aiming for you to have the option to have your cryptocurrency, your Nav coins, in cold storage and staking at the same time, so you get returns while having your coins nice and safe in cold storage, so it's unhackable, which is pretty cool. And we've got a Navcoin 5.0, which is basically an electronic application which extends the current functionality to handle multiple accounts, PIN numbers, and reoccurring payments and other functions that you will be seeing inside a banking application. So it's a new banking application for the Navcoin, which is pretty cool. And we have Navtech, which is a Valence powered application, which is just basically more Dapps. And we have some Java stuff over here, so that's something to worry about. And we've also got a lot of stuff in progress, which we almost have. Out of all of these, they're all pretty low percentages in terms of development, but we have the strategic plan, which is the developing a new plan for Navcoin. So these cryptocurrencies are still, obviously new, still in development, so that's cool. But Navmorph is almost done, 60%, which is formerly Polymorph, but Navmorph is a fusion of Navtech, private payments, and instant exchange technology to enable sending supported cryptocurrencies privately. So it's just sending stuff privately. So it's basically like a private sending exchange sort of thing. So that's pretty cool, and obviously there's a nav focus on there. But let's go look at the Valence platform, and we'll just get a little bit of information about there, because this basically makes Navcoin similar to Ethereum. So it's like Ethereum and Bitcoin put together. So let's just check it up, looking at this article. So to not be too intricate and keep it simple, with the current Navtech subchain, this image describes it well and how it works. Nav basically goes onto the Navtech platform, the Nav cryptocurrency goes onto the Navtech platform, it's encrypted, goes into the subchain for the confirmations, goes back onto the Navtech platform, and then the Nav cryptocurrency is sent wherever it's being sent to. This is the current subchain and how it works. But with the Valence platform, the subchain pretty much has to go through some evolution, and there's some changes in the kind of structure and engineering of the technology in place. And so we can kind of see it with this image here in the middle. The nav pretty much goes onto the Navtech platform, and then it goes into the Valence platform, which is basically a whole different blockchain in itself. Then it goes back, and then the nav is sent wherever it's going. And with nav change, when you're exchanging nav to Bitcoin, as you can kind of see in the image, kind of over there, nav goes into the nav change, goes onto the Valence platform, back to nav change, then it is exchanged into Bitcoin. But with the Valence platform acting as its own external blockchain, it it basically leaves a lot of room for scalability. So that means almost anything can happen on the separate blockchain platform. And it's kind of stated over here. So why does Valence run its own blockchain? And basically, it's for scalability. So Valence can have its own platforms, its own dApps, and a lot of other options that this platform can provide. So it's basically that Nav can not only act as a payment solution and also do all sorts of other cool stuff, it also has the ability to act as a platform where dApps can be developed that are quite anonymous in a sense, because Navcoin is always focusing on being anonymous, which is great. And just keeping it nice and quick, there's this article here which talks about the Navcoin launching their own wallet demo. And there's a tweet over here by the Navcoin team, and it says, The Navcoin core team has put together a demo of NavPay showing how fast and easy it is to use. And you can download it today. Whoops, opened up the link. And that's all cool. And I actually went to Reddit here and I was just looking up about Nav and NavPay itself. And some guy was talking about how NavPay is compared to Nano. And it sums up a lot of information that we need to know. So it says, I just saw the video showing less than 5-second transaction times. Nano, which is that Ryblock's cryptocurrency, it shows 2.5 seconds, 2 to 5 seconds, sorry, minutes from to and from exchanges. Is Nav a serious competitor to Nano, or are the projects different? Is Nano more private? Is Nav more private than Nano, sorry, and is Nav more secure than Nano? I figured someone more familiar to Nano can answer this. If I post a Nano, it will get flamed out. Well, okay. So going through, we've got some good answers, and this pretty much covers it pretty well. Nav is not faster than Nano, though it does have significantly more features. I haven't tried out Nano's mobile app, but Navcoin's is simply amazing. So this guy is quite biased in a sense that he really likes Navcoin over Nano, but they are quite different. Again, Nano basically focuses on, and I think someone says it over here, they're completely different technology. It's blockchain versus the direct acrylic graph kind of platform. And Nano basically is focusing on being a payment solution that has no fees and is quick, while Nav is basically something else with a lot of side applications and a lot of versatility and scalability in terms of what it can achieve. And that's pretty much all I've got for this video, so tell me what you guys think about what you think about Nav, and hit a like if you enjoyed this video. And that's all, so cheers.